Life Audio.
Welcome to the Crosswalk Devotional. We're so glad to have you listening. I'm Lynette Kittle, and today's topic is Fulfilling God's Mission for Your Life. We'll be right back after a brief message from our sponsor.
For some of us, personal finances aren't just personal. They include loved ones, neighbors, the communities we call home, and the causes we hold in our hearts. At Thrivent, planning your finances is bigger than just money. We help you put your plans into motion and faith into action so you can do more for the ones in your heart. Because sometimes all you need to make a difference is someone to help you make it happen. Thrivent, where money means more. Connect with us at Thrivent.com.
What do you think of when you hear the name The Salvation Army? Helping people? Ringing bells at Christmas? Podcasts? Yes, the Salvation Army creates a network of podcasts in both English and Spanish. One of those shows, Words of Life, is a 15-minute weekly show featuring testimonies, interviews, and conversations about topics impacting the church today. On recent and upcoming episodes, we'll be joined by Dr. Craig Keener.
Christianity doesn't rise or fall on Christians. It rises or falls on Jesus Christ.
Bishop for the Global Methodist Church, Dr. Carolyn Moore.
I am consumed by the mind of Christ, and my heart gets broken for the things that break God's heart. I begin now to walk in power.
Nicole Eunice, Rachel Wojo, and more. Listen and subscribe to Words of Life wherever you listen to podcasts, or visit wordsoflifepodcast.org.
Fulfilling God's Mission for Your Life. Written and read by Lynette Kittle. A person's days are determined. You have decreed the number of his months and have set limits he cannot exceed. Job 14:5. How many messages do we receive each day through the media, text, online, and in emails telling us that time is running out on the latest offer or opportunity? There's an urgency attached to it, along with the fear of it being too late to receive. Immediately upon taking office, the United States' 47th President, Donald Trump, hit the floor running in his presidency, signing executive orders and working to right wrongs as he saw it at a very fast pace. After surviving an assassination attempt, he doesn't seem to be wasting any time, seemingly understanding like never before that every day and every minute count. It seems like he is on a mission, trying to right as many wrongs as he can and accomplish it as quickly as possible before time runs out. As well, with our country witnessing the recent sudden horrific aircraft crashes, we see the reality of how quickly lives can be lost, bringing the reality that today is the time for each of us, and God calls us to live each day, each moment, to the fullest, whether it's caring for our families, serving in a ministry, or being a light in our workplace or community. Like the president's rush to action, along with the tragic air crashes, it's a reminder to Christians to reevaluate how we look at the immediacy of presenting the gospel to those around us. None of us know how much time anyone has left on earth and how long we'll have the opportunity to share the love of God before leaving this earth. Because we don't know, 2 Timothy 4:2 urges, preach the word, be prepared in season and out of season, correct, rebuke, and encourage with great patience and careful instruction. Jesus demonstrated what it means to live each day to the fullest, knowing his death on the cross was imminent. He knew his days would end in walking the earth and that he needed to accomplish all that God had called him to do within the time he had given. In John 17:4, Jesus said, I have brought you glory on earth by finishing the work you gave me to do. Unlike Jesus, there is often a lack of urgency on Christians' behalf, thinking there is plenty of time to tell others up the road when they have more time. But do we consider how all our missions on earth have time limits? Jesus knew his did, and we are wise to consider ours do too. In the classic musical action film, The Blues Brothers, the lead characters, brothers Elwood and Jake, believed they were on a mission for God. Because they believed God had called them to save the orphanage they grew up in, and time was short, nothing could deter them from accomplishing their goal. What would happen if each of us, as a believer in Jesus Christ, believed as sincerely as they did that we too are each on a mission for God? Although we don't want to follow their example in breaking the law to accomplish it, their commitment and determination to not be stopped is inspiring. Of not letting the roadblocks in life and the opposition keep us from fulfilling God's call in our lives. Jesus fulfilled his mission on earth, and whether we realize it or not, we have been given a mission too. In the same way, let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven. Matthew 5:16. How do we know what our mission is and how to accomplish it? Jesus explained in Mark 16:15. He said to them, "Go into all the world and preach the gospel to all creation." Whether we travel across the ocean to a foreign land or stay in our hometown, God calls us to be a fragrant reminder of him wherever we go. As 2 Corinthians 2:14 describes, "But thanks be to God who always leads us in triumph in Christ, and through us reveals the fragrance of the knowledge of him in every place." If we think we're just surviving or routinely going through our daily schedule, we need to remember, for we are to God the pleasing aroma of Christ among those who are being saved and those who are perishing. To the one we are an aroma that brings death, to the other an aroma that brings life. And who is equal to such a task? 2 Corinthians 15:16. Intersecting faith and life. Have you ever considered that God has a mission for your life? If not, ask God to show you ways you can be a light and fragrant aroma to those around you. Further reading. How do we tell others about Christ?
The Crosswalk Devotional is a production of Life Audio and Salem Media. If you liked what you heard today, please take a second to rate and review this podcast in your favorite podcast app so that more listeners like you can find the show. For more faith-filled, inspirational podcasts, visit us at lifeaudio.com.
For some of us, personal finances aren't just personal. They include loved ones, neighbors, the communities we call home, and the causes we hold in our hearts. At Thrivent, planning your finances is bigger than just money. We help you put your plans into motion and faith into action so you can do more for the ones in your heart. Because sometimes all you need to make a difference is someone to help you make it happen. Thrivent, where money means more. Connect with us at Thrivent.com.